I'm not Sarah McLachlan, and what you're hearing is not her hit song, Angel. It's emotional piano sad background music for videos by Liz FM. I am Rebecca Tourino Collinsworth, and we are Parley. Every day, Parley playwrights work tirelessly to create the art we care about and you enjoy, but we can't do it without your support. For just $10 a month, or just $5 a month, or just $5 right now, you can make a difference to the future of Parley and fund our upcoming productions. Follow the link on your screen right now to pledge your support to a Parley production in need. We can't do it without you. Thank you. You're gonna get this as an ASPCA ad, right?
I don't know.
Storytelling is a performance of our memories, and it is a performance of the meaning we make and imagine, within and outside of our lived experiences. Storytelling holds our histories, our sciences, our families, our bodies. Storytelling is a performance.
For just the price of a cup of coffee, you can buy one of our playwrights a cup of coffee. We can't do it without you. Thank you.
Yeah, I know how they feel, but I can't feel a thing. And yeah, I wanna feel everything, but I can't take the weight from 22 to 33. It's always back to me. And yeah, I know she feels the same thing. Yeah, fear is catching. Why can't we just feel some things and leave all the rest?
What's the best part about being in this country?
I'm trying my best. Baby, help me please. You're the only one who knows me. I can be anything to anyone it seems, but you know it's no good for me. Yeah, you know how I feel, but I can't feel a thing. And yeah, I wanna feel everything, but I can't take the weight from 22 to 33. It's always back to me. And yeah, I know she feels the same thing. Yeah, feels doing my best.
Hi, I'm not Sarah McLachlan, and what you're hearing is not her hit song, Angel. It's emotional piano sad background music for videos by Liz FM. I am Rebecca Tourino Collinsworth, and we are Parley. Every day, Parley playwrights work tirelessly to create the art we care about and you enjoy, but we can't do it without your support. For just $10 a month, or just $5 a month, or just $5 right now, you can make a difference to the future of Parley and fund our upcoming productions. Follow the link on your screen right now to pledge your support to a Parley production in need. We can't do it without you. Thank you. You're gonna get this as an ASPCA ad, right?
I don't know.
Storytelling is a performance of our memories, and it is a performance of the meaning we make and imagine, within and outside of our lived experiences. Storytelling holds our histories, our sciences, our families, our bodies. Storytelling is a performance.
Follow the link on your screen right now to pledge your support to a Parley production in need.
Yeah, I know how they feel, but I can't feel a thing. And yeah, I wanna feel everything, but I can't take away from 22 to 33. It's always back to me. And yeah, I know she feels the same thing. Yeah, fear is catching. Why can't we just
best part about being in this
I'm
country.
trying my best. Baby, help me please. You're the only one who knows me. I can be anything to anyone it seems, but you know it's no good for me. Yeah, you know how I feel, but I can't feel a thing. And yeah, I wanna feel everything, but I can't take the weight from 22 to 33. It's always back to me. And yeah, I know she feels the same thing. But yeah, fear is catching. Why can't we just feel some things and leave all the rest? Yeah, I'm trying my best.
Hello, I'm Asha Dore. I'm Parley's Associate Art and Marketing Director.
I am Rebecca Tourino Collinsworth. I'm Parley's Artistic Director. And this is a special edition of Totally Biased, interviews with art makers about the project and process of producing new dramatic art.
We are here to celebrate the world premiere of Garlic by Rose in Spring by playwright Susan McNally, who's joining us this evening. Hello and welcome, Sue.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Sue is a founding member of Parley. Asha, can you guess how many of Sue's plays we have workshopped in total?
Including Garlic by Rose?
Yes.
5.
That's a good guess. So if I go backwards, Garlic by Rose in Spring, The Oysterman's House, All-Purpose Whole, Snowbound, Venus, Pink Rabbits, and a little bit of trivia, Sue wrote the very first play that Parley ever workshopped, and that was 2014. That play was called Hearts. So how many full-length plays is that, Sue?
I believe that adds up to 7.
7 full-length plays.
That's amazing. So obviously you have a great deal of experience in writing theater, as well as film and television. What made you want to write a radio play?
Actually, I never thought of writing a radio play. It was entirely Rebecca's idea. I had a play and she suggested that, and I thought, boy, that sounds like fun, and it's kind of right up my alley because I know how to edit, so I knew that I'd be able to tackle most of the editing. And, you know, to me, it's like making a movie without the expense and the hassle of film.
When you say that film is a hassle, do you have something in your mind?
Well, I mean, film's wonderful, but it does cost a lot of money. And there's a lot of things to think about: lighting, blocking actors, sets. And this was just so beautifully simple. It's drama, but without all of the other work.
Logistics.
Logistics, yeah, lots and lots of logistics.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I'm super excited about this. Can you talk about your collaborators on this project?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, Rebecca Tourino Collinsworth. She makes art possible for so many playwrights. It's just the greatest gift. And I learn so much when I watch her direct. Then there's Parley, the playwrights of Parley, who are so supportive and collaborative and are just a big family. My cast was astounding, amazing. I won't sing their praises because you will hear how good they are. And then a longtime editor and friend of mine, Doug Lyons, set me up for success and was there if I had any trouble, which was not infrequently. And so that was great. And we collaborated with Jack Straw Cultural Center on recording and mastering the final product. And that was just marvelous. They were wonderful. I really hope to work with them again.
Will you talk us through the editing process for Garlic by Rose? How would you describe the phases of the process, and how long did it take?
Well, I only had about a month, so I had to put in maybe like 6 hours a day for about a month, more or less. And I started by just laying all the dialogue down the track, and then I would start adding sound effects and background ambient. And if I couldn't find a sound effect, I made it. I recorded it, with what is called Foley. And so, cooking eggs, I just recorded it, or I needed sound of people falling in a bush. So I asked my husband to fall in a bush. He's a good sport, and he did.
I can't wait to hear that. What makes this play personal for you?
Well, I spent a lot of time in the Adirondacks, and it's a place that's really dear to me. And I really wanted to create a strong sense of place in this play. On an emotional level, I know what it's like to grow up with someone who kind of dominates the emotional landscape. And I wanted to explore that, but I wanted to kind of look at it obliquely and explore it with a different situation, different characters.
Can I ask you kind of a specific question about the Adirondacks, sort of the culture of the camp? Several times in the play, your characters referred to participating in a camp. And I'm wondering if you talk about what it was like in the Adirondacks when these characters were younger, what made their relationship to camp special?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of camps in the Adirondacks that were founded, I think, like around the 1880s, kind of the Gilded Age. And, a lot of people from New York would go up to these camps. And the point was that it's really rustic. I mean, there's not, for instance, hot showers. You jump in the cold, and I mean cold brook to bathe, kind of things like that. It was deliberately rustic. And this family, the dad worked kind of managing one of these camps, and the boys spent their summers there and would, go on organized hikes, and then, just socialize and do chores. And so it was a community. It wasn't a camp like we think with, horseback riding and, I don't know, tennis. It was more like being in the outdoors, and it was really around the woods and the trails.
And creating new trails.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know exactly how much the camp was involved in blazing trails, but certainly the family in this story maintained trails. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question about the artwork. Even the artwork that we're using in our promotional image for the play has personal significance to you. What's your connection to the painting of the house on our poster?
And my dad painted it. And my dad was a really prolific painter, a wonderful watercolor artist. And when he died, I found hundreds and hundreds of paintings, and they're just all over my house. You can see them behind me, just a few of them. They're everywhere. He's everywhere with me. So it's nice.
Well, Susan McNally, such a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you so much, Asha.
And now I think we're ready to actually hear Garlic by Rose in Spring. If you are catching this on Facebook Live, now's a good time to find our YouTube channel, which is at Parley Productions. There is a link in the pinned comments to our YouTube channel if you're on Facebook. Otherwise, just stay right here.
And on behalf of all the associate artists, playwrights, and playwriting residents of Parley, thank you for watching.
to the sun. But baby, I missed you and I don't belong. But baby, I missed you and I don't belong. Feet on the ground, yeah, I'm in love. Bop, bop, bop.
We don't want to talk to you about money and art. It's not fun.
It is like the least fun thing to talk about.
It's kind of embarrassing to be here with my face on the internet forever. To be here with my face on the internet forever, asking for like $1.
Even $1. Just one.
But we kind of have to.
We kind of have to.
We aren't trying to meet a $10,000 or a $100,000 donation goal. We don't get paid a living wage for making this art. Look, even if I can't really afford it, if I need it, I will buy myself a fancy coffee drink or a treat just to get through the day. We are trying to make art that is engaging and art that adds value to your day. When you show up with us and you engage in our art, we appreciate it endlessly. That alone is amazing.
We're really glad you're here.
We still have to ask you, please pay what you can. So many people are struggling, and if you're struggling, we don't want to make that harder for you. If you can't offer anything, it's okay. We're still so glad that you showed up.
Taking care of yourself is the right choice.
If you can, though, we have a suggested donation of $5. We'd be thrilled for any kind of contribution. Unfortunately, we do need the money to keep making beautiful art and supporting our local playwrights, musicians, and artists who volunteer their time to create these productions. Even though we ask for a low amount, that's not what we think this production is worth. $5 is not what we think this story is worth. We think it's worth more than a latte, more than most of the movies on Netflix and Amazon. We put our hearts and minds into it. We worked hard. We really did.
We're asking you to pay what you can, if you can.
Please pay what you can. Every little bit helps keep us going. Even $1. Even $1.
Parley presents Garlic by Rose in Spring by Susan McNally. Mice had a high time this winter. Your mother's ottoman is chewed through.
You done with the knife, Pop?
It's all yours. Stuff, you need spoons for the beans?
Hey, I asked you.
Indeed, you did. My apologies. Old dogs and all that.
What's wrong with Stuffy? I'm stuck with Chip for good and all.
And I'm Vassal, the proverbial slave. Much worse.
Hey, perfectly willing to call you George instead of Vassal and Jeremy rather than Chipmunk.
Too many Georges, though, unless you want to be called the second.
No, just George works for me, Daddy-O.
Fine, fine. Thy will is done. Oh, I think these are getting hot. The stove seems off.
There's not much hot water. Did Birdsall check in this winter?
A few times. We got to get Wilcox out here to check out the electrical. I'll call him tomorrow. What time does the fair lady arrive?
Jesus, Dad, why these constant nicknames?
The boss. She saw to it that everybody had one. Except your mother. She could never come up with something that stuck.
Big surprise there.
I can think of a few things.
Let's not all go after Mom.
Nia's on the noon bus. I thought we could do something easy like Crow. Chip, can you make it up, Crow?
You should take it easy on that ankle, Chip. Give it a few days. You're limping pretty badly.
Sure, I can do Crow.
Anybody up at the Dulleses?
Nope, all shuttered. Went up to the ledge this morning, saw a fox.
What is it with you and animals?
I'm serene. They feel your anxiety.
Screw you.
See?
Okay. This here is done. Only time I get baked beans and hot dogs. Your mother hates it.
Kinda gotta agree with her on that one.
What? You never complained about my beans before.
It's more the hot dogs. You wouldn't believe what they put inside them.
Ugh, enough. Don't ruin my dinner.
I'm having a Boca Burger. You want one?
No, I'll tough it out with Daddy-O. Hey, I saw Eleanor at the Noon Mark Diner.
What were you doing there?
Getting pie for Dad.
Oh, I'll eat pie. What's up with Eleanor?
Lost their front porch to the slide.
Oh, that's not good. Wasn't half as bad as the slide when you were kids, though.
I remember.
That was intense, watching half of Giant careen down. You were terrified, Chip.
Was not.
Were.
Service up, Sturge.
Sturge is good.
Did you say Nia's applying to grad school?
Yeah, a bunch of places. Boston, Connecticut, California.
California?
Yeah, Berkeley. That could be cool. Sierras, Yosemite.
You mean you'd be going?
Not determined yet in any way.
What about your thesis?
I could do that anywhere, right?
I thought you were considering going back and getting class credit.
I don't want to go back there, no way.
You making progress?
Yeah? Sometimes I have trouble concentrating.
What do you mean?
Nothing bad, just distracted.
Started writing?
Almost.
Sturge has more pages of notes than books he's read.
Hey, who's throwing hot dogs?
Sorry, Pops. Meant for Sturge.
Waste not, want not. I'll eat that one. You know, George, I know a thing or two about Greek civilization.
Oh, do you, Pop?
Can we, get off the thesis?
Ever since you were little, you loved the ancients. And now, you found a girl who's studying archaeology is perfect if you would just finish. That paper you wrote on Epicurus won the 6th grade contest.
What a claim to fame.
Well, you should be proud of that. And coming in first in the class 3 years in a row.
How the mighty are fallen. Hey, any first of the season bird spotting?
Yes, several. Saw an ovenbird out at the barn while I was putting up the sign.
Always wondered why it's called that.
Oh, it's a reference to the domed structure of the nest with the entrance on the side, like an old-fashioned oven.
Like the one at the farm.
Exactly. I thought it might be a good idea to get propane put in here. This range has had it.
Give Mom another chance?
It's raining.
I'll get the cushions in.
What's the matter with him?
He's worried about Nia coming, I guess.
Something happened at school. He went to talk to Steele about taking a class instead of the thesis, and something bad happened.
He'll figure it out.
And this Nia, is she good for him?
More like, is he good for her?
What does that mean?
Not sure she knows what she's getting herself in for with us, is all.
Well, stuff's okay. He's a good person. You both are good people.
For what it's worth, I guess we are.
Is she a good person?
Oh, man, you'll love her. Speaks French, you two can talk, and we won't understand a thing.
You think he's okay?
Sure. I mean, he's got issues like everyone.
Talk to him, Chip. Find out what happened.
What happened?
Oh, just telling Chip that the slide wiped out the back route up Porter.
I blazed that trail.
I know you did.
I was going to take Nia up Porter.
Not that way. It's impassable. You could take her up Algonquin. That's always a nice one.
Yeah, and maybe bop over to Wright. Are there still pieces of that airplane up there?
Gosh, no. That's been picked over years ago. Nothing's the same.
Wasn't that where you became the Dudley Pony?
No, that was on the group trip up Iroquois. I had to stay behind to make sure the Zitzner kids didn't fall too far back.
My good old pony. You were my right-hand man on club hikes from the time you were 10.
All the kids in ATIS wanted to hike with you two.
Seriously?
We want to go with Mr. Dudley and the pony! You were super nice to the slow kids and a hero to the fast kids. You didn't know that?
Another ancient claim to fame.
No surprise to me. You were hiking almost as soon as you could walk. You helped me clear all those trails, too.
The trail to Hopkins. That was work.
Was it ever? We came home covered in blood. Mom had 7 fits.
Only 7?
It was after dark. She had 17 fits before you came home.
We should have brought you. You were dying to go. Mom said it was too hard for you.
A lot harder staying home, believe me.
Oh well, she calmed down. We even got her to Hanging Spear Falls that trip, I do believe.
You took me up those falls once, got hung up a little.
I shouldn't have taken you up that. Well, you're the one who figured out where to bushwhack down.
Hell, I loved it, Daddy-O.
I loved it too, Stuff.
He's working on it. George, it's hard for us to change just like that.
Please don't call me that with Nia here.
Fair enough. I can do it. Chip, you can too.
Sure.
I think I'll turn in early. First one up is on stove duty.
Leave it. We'll clean up. Hey, no pie?
Not tonight. Okay. Good night then, all.
Good night.
Since when does he turn down pie?
I don't think any of this was a good idea. Look at this place. It's a wreck.
Doesn't strike me she'd care.
I'm gonna walk to the tap house for a couple. You wanna come?
Nah, I'll just hobble around here and clean up.
It all feels like a big mistake. Bring your first serious girlfriend to meet your crazy mother? What was I thinking?
It's your family, for better or worse. And you caught a huge break on Mom, so enjoy it. Every family is fucked up in some way. She has that shit with her father.
Yeah. Shit, I told you about that?
You mentioned something. Anyway, my point is we're not so unusual.
Yeah, whatever.
What is up with you tonight?
Nothing.
Yeah, whatever.
She told me she wants to talk.
Okay. Did she say about what?
No.
Okay. No reason to suppose is bad, right?
I'm going.
Jesus, just try to chill out, Stuff.
George!
Where's everybody?
Nia went with Chip to Hulse Falls.
Why didn't you go?
We need wood for a fire tonight.
I would have done that. After all, I am born to serve.
You'd hurt your back, Daddy-O. So, what do you think?
I'd be smitten myself if I were half my age.
So, you like?
She's great, George. I'm extremely pleased.
Uf bien qui, I got that much. What did you two go on about while you made her eggs?
Oh, heavens. Rambo, robe grillée, pain au chocolat, Paris, Boss.
What did you tell her about Boss?
Just that my mother loved eating her way through Paris, while my father dragged her to every church and cemetery and monument.
Nia would have liked Boss.
And vice versa. They'd have hit it off like nobody's business.
Unlike Mom.
Mom was a little cowed by Boss.
Maybe because Boss caught on fast.
Caught on to what?
Never mind. What's for dinner? And please don't say hot dogs.
Roast chicken.
Nice. And for Chip?
Well, he's got some tofu creation in there. Well, he seems fond of Nia. Wish he'd find someone.
Chip's kind of a loner.
Why is that?
I don't know. Shy. Wary.
Do you think he might be...
Jesus. Dad, I don't know. You'd have to ask him yourself.
Well, I want only the best for him, George. I just don't want him to spend his life alone. There, but for the grace of your mother, go I.
Grace?
Well, she's better now. They got it figured.
Chip's his own person. He's okay, Daddy-O.
What happened that drove him up Blueberry Mountain late at night?
Mom?
That's why she left?
Yeah. Haven't you talked to her?
Yes, but she didn't say much. She said she went down to help Molly with her daughter.
Worked out for me.
So unlike him. He's so sure-footed. You both are. Me, I've lost my balance of late. Had a heck of a time on that log over Roaring Brook last month. It just lost my nerve. Almost resorted to scooting across it. It's funny, I never realized the courage itself fails as you get older.
You okay, Daddy-O?
Oh, sure. What's the matter? You look strange.
Look at that spider web.
Oh, that's a beauty.
I never really watched closely. Amazing how the legs all work at different tasks, like separate entities, each helping to guide the thread. It's perfect, you know? So intricate and beautiful and with such deadly purpose. You know, what really gets me is the hole in the center. It's like the eye of the hurricane, the calm in the center of the deadly trap.
That's rather dark, but true. Did he have a headlamp? I mean, what happened?
With Chip? Mom was flipping out about the mouse shit and the dead flies, and he was following her around, cleaning stuff up and trying to fix everything, and then she started in about Nia coming to this mess, and I got pissed, and Chip just lost it with both of us and took off. He didn't even bring a pack, he just went tearing up Blueberry. I told Mom to leave if she didn't like it, so she left.
I see. That's too bad.
No, it's great.
George, what happened with Steele?
Oh, you mean speaking of too bad?
No.
College isn't the be-all and end-all.
Oh, but it is. Don't fool yourself. The degree makes things possible, now more than ever, George.
I can always go back and finish if I decide to.
Then do it now. Especially if you plan to follow Nia somewhere.
I'm not following, just going. Maybe. I told you we haven't even discussed it.
What did Steele say?
He said I was lazy. He said I was shooting myself in the foot, that he wouldn't have me in his class, and that if I wanted to make up the credits, I'd have to find another class.
Find another.
I'm gonna finish the thesis. But I found the key book. Once I get through that, I'm on my way.
But you said you can't concentrate.
I have a lot on my mind.
Maybe you should see someone.
Like who?
Just get checked out.
I'm fine, Daddy-O.
Dr. Matthews?
Matthews? You want to send me to Mom's shrink? You think I'm crazy? You think I inherited her psychosis?
Okay. Not Matthews. Someone else.
I'm not crazy, Daddy-O. I'm not like her. I'm her victim. Chip, too. You wouldn't know you weren't home.
George, calm down.
Bad enough to endure her, and now you're gonna say I have a screw loose?
No. I just worried when you said you couldn't concentrate.
I'm going down to the tap house. Start dinner without me.
Don't do that. George, what about Nia?
I don't speak French. I don't know who the fuck Robe Grille is. You can entertain her better than me. She doesn't have much fun with me lately.
George, please don't pitch a fit.
Why not? It's the one thing, probably the only thing that I'm good at.
Wet out.
Yeah.
You drunk?
No, I had a beer, then I walked up the Twitchell's Drive and along the ridge.
Pop's got a decent whiskey down here. Want a splash?
Sure. What's that?
Book Chris gave me.
How is he?
I don't really know. We haven't talked in a while. He gave it to me last year. It's about coyotes and how they're masterful at adapting to their environment.
I just saw one crossing Johns Brook Road. We stared at each other.
It's interesting. I didn't realize they're monogamous. It helps them have more litters and keeps the pups alive more efficiently.
Dad asked me if you're gay.
Probably time to set him straight about sexuality and culture. Point out the ancients. Think he can take it?
I do. He's just worried why you don't mate up and raise some cubs.
It is precisely because I don't want cubs that allows me to travel alone and socialize at will.
Which you don't seem to will very much.
Most people bore me.
Too much excitement in childhood?
I can live without that kind of excitement.
I was thinking up at the Twitchells about the time I took off at Thanksgiving and she emptied the medicine cabinet.
I remember. She flipped out when you wouldn't eat the Brussels sprouts. Pops was freaking out, so I called 911.
I was always stirring the pot.
We both had our fair share of grief. We just handled it differently. Fuck this fire up.
It's late. No point in getting it roaring now. How'd it go at the falls?
Great. Fucking cold.
Nia jump?
Yeah, but it took a little coaxing. The rocks freaked her out a bit. I don't think she's ever jumped into a river like that before. But once she did it, she wanted to do it again.
Nice. You scramble up on the slab?
Yep.
No problem?
I just gave her a hand up.
And dinner?
Pops overdid the chicken and bought a crap bottle of wine. But it was fun.
And after dinner?
Ugh, jeez. Pops brought out Boss's coming out party clippings and photos. Nia thought it was weird and wild.
Where'd you guys sit?
On the couch.
Where did Dad sit?
On the couch between us with the albums.
And what did you do after Dad went to bed?
Talked a little. Nia went to bed. What is this, the third degree?
Just curious.
Did Nia ever tell you what she wants to talk about?
No.
You ask her?
No.
Afraid?
You bet.
You see how you're creating just what you're trying to avoid?
What the fuck? Are you gonna psychoanalyze me now? You who hasn't spoken to Chris for what reason?
I'm doing fine.
Let's face it, she fucked us both up and we'll probably spend our lives alone.
At a certain point, it's no longer her problem, but our problem, because we can't let it go. In your case, I'd say give poor Nia a chance. Your self-sabotage routine is really kind of tough to watch.
Did you stay up just to fucking stick it to me?
Would you blame me if I had?
No.
You're the one should have been called Chip.
You were the one with the big ears and orange hair.
You're the one who didn't crack a smile for the first 6 years, or so they said. Boss teased you all the time about it.
You wouldn't have been smiling if you were alone for the first 3.5 years with Mom.
I'm the one got to spend 3 years alone with her after you went to school. Even worse.
It's just great she's not even here and we spend all our time talking about her.
Agreed. No more. Just lighten up a bit, George. Nia likes you. I can tell, man.
Not after tonight. I fucked it all up already.
No way. She's impressed.
Hey, fuck you, Chip. You did just stay up to grind it in my face. I think you like her. I mean, she's totally your type, all books and mindfulness and changing the world shit. Why not save her from your crazy fucking brother, huh? Tell me, is that what you're all about?
Go to bed, George.
I'm sleeping down here.
You're a goddamn idiot if you do that.
That's me, a goddamned idiot.
We covered for you, you stupid fool. We told her camp called and needed some people to sandbag the cabins before the rain came again. Told her you went because I'm injured and Dad's back hurts. And she was like, oh, wow, that's so cool of him. But that's it. It's in your court now. Go ahead and ruin your fucking life.
Hey.
Hey, what?
I'm sorry.
Okay, fine.
Thanks, Chip. I won't fuck this up. Thanks for saving my stupid ass.
It's cool. Just talk to her.
Promise. Good night.
Good night. Take that! Used to make my palm sting when I was a kid.
Just toughening you up for life.
Dad's hilarious.
Is he making a fool?
Nah, they totally hit it off.
There was an encounter last night.
What?
Nia got up to pee and she thought she could just dash there and back, but Dad came out just as she left the bathroom, totally naked.
Oh, shit.
Told her he was only sorry that he didn't have his glasses on.
Oh, Jesus.
She thought it was hilarious. He had that twinkle.
I've never seen him like this. He's head over heels.
What do you expect after years with Mom? Where'd they go? I thought they were just going to the Valley Grocery.
No. They went to E-Town so Pop could get my tofu and your fish.
E-Town? Then he'll take her to see the baby owl.
Of course he will.
I kind of like seeing him like this. He seems years younger.
He's always happy when he's with us. Throw in a smart, fun woman and he's in heaven.
I'm glad everyone likes her.
You talk to her?
Not exactly, but I can tell things are good.
Good.
I felt like a dickhead pretending I helped build a barricade at camp.
Well, you really did last month, so it's a little fudge.
I was thinking of taking her up Giant for sunrise.
That's awesome.
Mom had a fucking fit on that trip. I can't see anything, even though I walked up backwards with a flashlight to light up her path.
Was that the trip she lost a contact lens?
No, that was the Colden Lake trip.
Calamity Brook?
Yes, and aptly named. She ripped out a new one on that hike.
She hated hiking.
Right, but she pretended to like it until after they got married.
Two lost souls, really.
Yeah, truly. Dad was such a nerd. Boss called him the professor when he was like 3 years old.
Why didn't Boss stop it?
'Cause Flip wanted him to settle down, and even Boss couldn't argue with Flip.
We saw an owl ski for real ski for real ski.
Oh boy, you're sunk, Daddy-O. Is it really kosher for a dad to flirt so mercilessly with his son's girlfriend?
Unseemly.
You nickname her yet?
Sunshine.
Oh boy. Where is said Sunshine?
She's in the kitchen making a cauliflower potato gratin. Tops didn't have Gruyere, so we swung by Valley, and by some miracle, they did.
It is written, I'll eat cheese tonight.
She's corrupting us all.
What did you see out the Twitchell's Drive?
I climbed the ridge behind the house and looped back down to Beatty Farm.
Thick brush?
There is, but I cut up Putnam Brook. Except for a few places, it was pretty easy rock hopping.
Is the Fisherman Trail still visible, going off toward Moss's Ledge?
It is. Looks like somebody cleared it. Oh, and somebody put a cairn on the path to Beatty. I knocked it down.
Good man. We don't want the hoi polloi finding that.
As if it's our land, it's all part of the public reserve.
Squatters' rights. We've been here longer.
I think I'll go be sous chef to Sunshine if you're gonna talk vandalizing trails.
Vandalizing? I just kicked over a cairn.
Preventing some little boy who's just lit a match under his crazy mother from discovering the back way down to Beatty Farm?
Up yours, Chipmunk.
Ditto, Stuffy.
He's right, of course.
Screw it. Any enterprising kid doesn't need a trail. Too many damn trails these days. Too many damn people.
Marry her, George.
What?
Marry her. She's going places, and she wants you to go with her.
Dad, this is nuts. Stop. What did you say to her?
Nothing. She was just talking about her plans, grad school, and maybe Italy to work on a site. She's very ambitious.
I know.
So, finish school, then marry her and take the ride. Marry her and have little ones and bring them up here. Carry on the legacy.
Just yesterday you wanted me to find my own goals. Now you want to marry me off?
Oh, I'm older than you. I know how things work. If you tarry, you lose things you want. She's a fine George. I let one get away.
I never heard about one who got away.
Jenny. She too was going places. I too failed to complete my thesis.
Hold the hell up. Why am I just hearing about all this?
Shame, I guess. Don't make my mistakes. Don't tarry. I beg you, George.
Daddy-O, we've only been together a few months.
But you were friends at school for some time. Friendship is the best basis for a marriage.
People don't marry like that anymore, Dad. If we work, we work. We don't need marriage.
Marry that girl. You won't regret it. She wants you to finish school first.
You were talking to her about this? Jesus Christ, I must be losing my mind. What is going on here?
Calm down, George. Calm down. I didn't propose marriage to her. I merely inquired about her plans and she said that she wished you would go finish school up.
She said that?
More or less.
What's the less?
Well, she said she wished you'd finish school.
And you made up the rest about her wanting me to go with her.
It was implied.
You're not going anywhere alone with her again. I won't be talked about like this. You're humiliating me.
George, I apologize. I will mind my P's and Q's. Just don't get upset again, please. That a boy.
I wonder what Chip is telling her about me right now. Jesus, with family like you, who needs enemies? I'm going in there.
Go run ahead. I'm going up to the Dulleses for some Queen Anne's lace for the table.
Don't talk about me anymore, Daddy-O.
My lips are sealed. But marry her.
Oh, help me, Lord.
They say the slide is well over a mile around. Insurance doesn't cover the movement of land.
Well, let's face it, Pop. These are all rich people's vacation homes.
We are not rich, Chip. This place is a wreck, and we exist solely on a teacher's salary.
Be that as it may, if our house got wiped out, it wouldn't be our only place of residence.
We have our advantages. We all cling to our advantages.
I don't. I exist on the money I earn and nothing more.
But you have advantages in education.
Meaningless as a carpenter.
I beg to differ. Mathematics, for one. You always excelled at math. And critical thinking, for two. I worked hard to put you two through school, and George is squandering it all if he doesn't finish.
I don't mean to undervalue the education you provided, and agreed that George should finish. But you can't force people to do stuff. George has got to want it.
It's very kind of you to make your old father eggs when you eschew them.
As long as I'm not chewing them, it's all good.
Perfectly cooked as well. Shouldn't they be back by now?
Depends on how long they stayed on top.
True enough. I told George to marry her.
And what did George say?
Oh, he's above that stuff. Marriage, finishing college. It's all too conventional for him, or too terrifying.
I'm not sure they'd work out in the long run.
Why do you say that?
What's George gonna do in Rome while she excavates ruins? He's lousy at languages, and if he thinks it's hard to get a job here, it's virtually impossible there with no work visa. And if she decides not to go to Rome because of George, then she'll resent him.
Wow. You've really thought this through. Did she talk about it?
A bit. At Holes Falls. She's concerned. She keeps trying to bring up the future with George, and he keeps avoiding the subject.
She told you that?
Yeah.
Have you suggested to him that he talk to her?
Till I'm blue in the face.
What are we going to do with that boy?
Let it go. People don't change. I feel bad for Nia.
I wish you'd find yourself a Nia.
Don't worry about me, Pop. I'm fine.
Could I have stopped it?
What?
His duck and cover way of dealing with life. Could I have stopped it if I'd been home?
I doubt it. You could never stop Mom from her crazy, right? And again, you don't change people, you can only change how you respond to them.
My father. Flip told me to marry her, and I had no other prospects. It was okay till George came along. She didn't know what to do with him, and I was at school all the time, and the pressure got to her. That's when the cracks started to show. You don't think George would ever...
Try to off himself? I don't know, Pop. How does anyone really know what goes on in the minds of other people? You ready for coffee?
Sure. I wish.
What?
Wish I could go back and do it all differently. Step in. Find her help.
Hey, we're okay. You did your best. You gave us the woods, hiking, a place where we're happy. That's not nothing.
You're so good, Chip. You're such a loving boy. You make people feel good about themselves. It's a pity you won't share that with someone.
I did. I shared it with Mom.
And it wore you down.
Nope, I'm fine. Hey, what's up with Garlic by Rose and Spring? It's been on the blackboard for years and I have no idea what it means.
Birdsall suggested it. If you plant garlic bulbs in a circle around a rose bush, it keeps the insects at bay, some fungus too. And evidently, it increases the fragrance of the rose. You're supposed to harvest the garlic in the spring, thus the note stays up.
Mom planted the rose the summer you bought the house?
Yep, you were 5. George was 8. I thought the house would make Mom happy.
You ever notice all roads lead to Mom?
Kind of like the black hole theory.
Pop, I think I'm gonna leave early.
What? Chip, why?
I have things to do.
I happen to know you have no work planned for this month. We have it all arranged. And Nia's here.
That's the thing.
What's the thing?
Holy shit, we just hopped over a bear cub.
Hopped?
Yes, we were running down the Rocky Peak Trail and came around a corner and there was a cub and it was either run right into it or jump over it. So I jumped and Nia was behind me and I yelled, "Jump over!" and she flew right over it too and kept going. Never saw Mama Bear and glad we didn't. Holy shit, we laughed all the way down. Crazy.
Very cool. So you two had a good time?
Oh, hell, the best time. The clouds over the lake turned tangerine, and the range glowed like someone lit 'em up with a torch. And the will-o-wisps were flashing along the path on the way up. But we had the moon, so the cairns glowed, and we never even used the flashlight. Fucking awesome. Not a soul around, up or down. Nia was a stud. She just boogied on up and flew down like she'd been doing this her whole life. Starving. We got eggs. Nia's taking a shower, then she'll be down, and do we have an appetite? Oh, Daddy-o, what a trip.
I'm so pleased, Stuff. Oh, sorry.
Forget it. I told her about Stuffy. She thinks it's perfect for me. I'm afraid it's her new name for me now. But who cares, right?
I'm gonna go up to Miss Dullis's to finish my coffee.
Wait, Chip.
What's up with him?
Not sure. He's talking about leaving.
Leaving? We just got here. Why?
I don't know. He seemed troubled by something.
He's moody. He'll come around. I'll find out what's up. More coffee?
Yes, please. How long did it take to get up?
Just under 3 hours. Came down in 1.
That cub sure must have been surprised.
No doubt. Do we have any English muffins?
In the bread box.
Got 'em. Hey, Daddy-o, we're not going to be home for dinner.
Oh?
I'm taking Nia to Perqueno in Placid.
Oh, very nice. We'll miss you, but sounds like fun.
I hope so. I thought about it all the hike, and I decided you're right. I'm going to do it.
Go back to school?
No, marry Nia.
She said yes?
No, I haven't asked. That's at dinner. Oh, Daddy-o, I realized you were right. I'm a bundle of fear. I'm no classical scholar. I lost interest in the thesis, is the truth. After a while, it seemed, I don't know, dead. And what would I do? Teach? No way, I'm not cut out for that. Write books? Clearly, I have a bit of writer's block, and I suck at languages, so I can never read the source. It's crazy.
But philosophy, Stuffy, that's your great strength. You have a marvelous mind. You routinely won the debates.
When I was 12, Dad. Come on, I only did middling at Kent.
Too many parties.
Maybe. I'm just saying, I would rather be a park ranger or something in the woods than be a mediocre scholar. I'm at my best like I was today, in the pines with Nia bushwhacking over Giant's wife, really seeing, hearing, smelling, really alive.
Park rangers have college degrees.
Sure. I'll go back and finish after Berkeley. She got in.
And what will you do in California?
They have houses in California that need paint?
You actually don't know much about painting houses.
Hell, that's not hard. And I'll be with Nia. I've never really known what I want until Nia. I want her. I'm going for it. For the first time, maybe I'm going to go out on a limb, like way out and ask her to marry me. And you know what, Daddy-O? I think she needs me. I think she could lean on me a little. I think I could help her, by being there for her as she takes on the world. Be her rock or whatever. I'd like to do that for her. What? Daddy-O, what? It was your idea.
So it was.
And?
I was hoping school, then marriage.
So it's marriage, then school. Big deal, right?
Whatever makes you happy, stuff will make me happy.
I'm happy. I'm really, really happy.
Hey, you guys, the fox is back, right out front.
Oh boy, that's swell. Come on, Stuffy. Hello?
Hi, it's me.
Oh, hi, my dear. Well, you know very well there's no reception up here, and we've been out. Well, yes, we're having fun. But George has been having a rough time, on and off, and No, I like her very much.
Mice?
No mice.
Are they serious?
Yes, I suspect they are serious.
I think I'll come tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I don't think that's a good idea just now.
Why the hell not?
Calm down, my dear. They're planning to do the range tomorrow, and you know well how tough that is.
That's a jab at me.
It was not a jab. I'm just saying they'll all be beat afterwards, and so best to delay. Oh, and what about Molly's daughter?
She's gone home now.
Oh, I see.
So what, I can't come?
I am not telling you not to come. Just not tomorrow. And anyway, Chip is talking about leaving.
Why? Because of me.
I don't know why. I'm sure it has nothing to do with you. I'm just trying to say if Chip is gone and George is otherwise occupied, it might not be worth the drive for you.
You don't want to see me?
Of course I want to see you.
I'll come in 2 days.
Fine. Whatever you think is best.
Make sure to tell them.
Yes, I'll make sure. They'll need a day of rest after the range. Okay. Talk tomorrow night. Love you.
Bye.
Bye now.
Hey, sit down and read your book, Pops. I'm gonna clean up. Nia found a pile of mouse shit under the bed.
Was she upset?
Nia wouldn't let a little mouse shit get her down.
Mom would have a fit if she knew.
Good thing she's not here then.
Remember the mouse that got into the car?
Oh, Mom went through the roof. I thought we were all gonna die.
She grabbed my arm just as that semi was coming up Route 9, and we ended up in a ditch. I overcorrected so much.
George hit his head.
The whole day at Placid Memorial.
That set her off for the big final try.
Did it?
Yeah, she drove the Volvo into Miss Pritchard's Elm the next week.
No, that was a year later.
No, I remember because they pulled me out of Miss Jansen's class. That was 6th grade.
Maybe so. Oh, you poor kids. But at least after that hospital stint, she got on the meds. I think I will sit down for a bit.
You okay?
Yeah, just my back. Chip, I just keep going back and looking at my choices, taking this path or the other. It's funny, I'm so good at hiking and navigating the woods, but not the woods of the heart. I was totally lost in those woods. It's too late for me, but not for you two. Chip, why are you leaving?
I just have to, Pops.
What is it?
Just some stuff to do.
Is this to do with George?
No, George and I are good.
What then?
It's just best.
Something with Nia? I noticed you were fond of her. Do you have feelings for her?
Is it that obvious?
No, just a guess. So it's true?
Don't worry. I've done nothing, not uttered a word. But somehow, even so, it's huge. It's monumental, this thing between us. Or it's nothing at all. I don't know. It's like sand through my hands. There's nothing there, and yet when our eyes meet, it's a shock. I'm like a moth to a flame around her, and so, Pops, I gotta go.
Oh, Chip, maybe you're just imagining things. You have this wonderful imagination.
Real or not, it's how I feel, and I am resolved to go.
Mom's coming back.
What?
Mom's coming.
Tell me I didn't just hear that Mom's coming.
I'm afraid so.
Then we're out of here.
Now, hold on, George. You expected Mom to be here when you invited Nia.
That was before she had a shit fit about the house. I mean, she really lost it. Not interested in adding that to the mix here. No way. God damn it. Just when I had some hope.
There was nothing I could do.
There's never anything you can do.
George.
I don't care. It's true. Have you ever said no to Mom?
George, she's your mother.
By no fault of my own. Why you had to marry
George,
her.
can it?
I can't help it. She'll ruin everything. The other day, she was like the old Mom, not the zombie Mom of recent years. I'm going through stuff right now with Nia, and I don't need Mom to come in and throw a hand grenade into my life. Tell her no.
I'll try, George. I'll call her back, but...
But she'll insist and you'll cave like usual.
Shut up, George.
Just like her to pop up and kill any joy I have. Fuck.
I'm sorry, George. I'm really sorry.
Serves me right for thinking something good might happen.
George, grow up, would you? I'll take care of Mom when she comes. You three go hike. I've done it before. I can do it again.
But I thought you were leaving.
You're leaving?
I was thinking of it. But I'm the only one who can take care of Mom.
Why can't he just tell her no?
Because she'll make his life hell when he gets home. You ever think of that?
She was so insistent and seemed so upset.
George, you have my word. I'll keep her at bay. She won't hike, obviously. You three will have a grand time.
What about at night? She'll freak out Nia.
Nia leaves Sunday, right? So you guys go out 2 nights, and that leaves only one with Mom, and I'll keep her in line. She won't throw a fit in front of Nia anyway, so calm down, everybody. It's not the end of the world.
My God.
Come on, dude, deal with it. Nia's smart enough, and she knows all about Mom, right?
Yeah?
Okay, crisis is over, folks. Aren't you going to town?
Yeah.
Pick me up some cider. Pear.
Okay.
You'd better get some oatmeal and whole wheat for Mom.
Fine. Why in hell were you thinking of leaving?
Something came up, but it's not important.
You lead a mysterious life, Chip.
Just hard for you mere mortals to comprehend.
Oh, sure. Well, gotta go get your ambrosia. Keys, Daddy-O?
Gas her up, would you, stuff?
Sure, Daddy-O. Sorry I jumped all over you.
Say no more. I understand. Are you sure you want to do this, Chip? I can call Mom back and try to coax her out of coming.
It's fine. It will keep me busy until Nia goes.
It's just that she seemed desperate.
Mom went off the meds again.
How do you know that?
She told me before she flipped out.
Oh, I feared as much.
I can get her back on them, but they may take a bit to start working, so we'll have to tread lightly.
All I ever do is tread lightly.
Just help me keep her away from George.
I'll do my utmost. Thank you, Chip. You have no idea what it means to me. I think I'll lie down for a bit. My back is killing me.
You gotta have that looked at, Pops. It's getting worse.
Don't fret about it. I'll be fine. Just another gift from old age.
You're not old. You got decades and decades to go.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Fucking hell.
Now the summer is in prime, with the flowers richly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme all the moorlands perfuming. Ah!
What goes on here?
I fell over the stump.
You've cut yourself. Oh, George, let me see your hand. What are you doing out here at this hour?
Nowheresville.
What?
Nowheresville.
I heard you. What does that mean?
It's just where I'm at.
Did something happen with Nia? Well, come inside and let me treat that hand.
No, I'm staying here till she comes window. It's our song.
What happened?
Fucked everything up.
How?
I don't know, Daddy-O. It's just what I do.
You got drunk?
Sure, yeah, I'm drunk.
Did you ask her?
Yeah.
She said no.
Said we were better as friends. I got weird when we changed.
That's understandable, Stuffy. You just need some time to adjust. Tell her to give you some time.
Blew it.
What did you do?
You're gonna be sick.
Get up, George.
Not till she comes to the window.
You've got to go to bed.
I will twine thee a bower by the clear silver fountain, and I'll cover it o'er with the flowers of the mountain.
You're in no shape to talk to her now. It'll be better tomorrow.
No, really blew it.
You had a fit?
Yeah.
Where?
At dinner. Started cramming food in my mouth and sweating. I drank the whole wine bottle. Then I left, got gin, walked home.
And she never saw you upset like this before?
No.
Okay, so you apologize.
Looked at me like she saw a friggin' devil. She was scared of me.
Come inside and sleep on the daybed. If you're going to do the range tomorrow, you better get some sleep.
She's not going.
Okay, let her cool her jets for a day.
I just wanted to show her shit I love up here.
Sure you did.
She's seen the real fucked up me trashed, too.
You're human, George.
Am I?
Of course you are.
I'm Mom. I'm just like Mom.
No, George, you're not like Mom.
Got her disease. Friggin' doomed.
No, Mom's mom because her baby sister died on her watch. Because her mom was...
Because her mom was nuts. Mom nuts. I'm nuts.
You're willing yourself to be nuts. Daring yourself to be nuts. Hiding from life for fear you're nuts.
See? Nuts.
How's your hand?
Can't feel anything. I'm gonna sleep out here till she comes to the window.
Stuffy, kid, don't do this. George.
Oh, sick.
Kid, you gotta grow up some, you know? You can't keep being mad at the world, at Mom. It just doesn't lead anywhere, Stuff. You're just chasing your own tail. Just like me. Just like me.
Daddy-O.
Yeah, George. Get up, kid.
What the hell?
Help me get him up, Chip.
Ah, the good son. The normal son.
What happened?
It didn't go well with Nia.
Drunk?
Very.
Drunk. Nuts. Nowheresville.
You're gonna hurt your back, Pop, and I can't bear his weight with my ankle.
We can't leave him to sleep here.
Why not?
It gets chilly at night. It's chilly already, and he cut his hand. There's glass on the lawn.
I'll get a bandage and get the glass. I promise you, he'll sleep it off for a few and then get cold and come inside. Serves him right, anyway. How's Nia doing?
I haven't seen her. Suspect she's asleep, or maybe not with this racket.
I'll check on her.
I guess that's the right thing to do. Or is it? Poor George.
Maybe it's for the best, Pops. This was always headed nowhere.
Shh, he might be awake.
He looks flat out of it.
Be careful, Chip. Don't hurt him more.
No intention of hurting him, Pop.
George, for the love of God, get up.
Dad, leave him. He'll be all right.
George, wake up!
Go to bed. I'll pick up the glass.
Don't cut yourself.
Not a problem.
Thanks, Chip. I hope tomorrow he can make amends.
Night. Cleaning up after you, dude, it gets old.
Et tu, Brute?
She's gone?
Yeah. Asked me last night to drive her to catch the first bus out of the valley. Didn't want to deal with George right now.
Poor stuff.
You want eggs?
No. I'll just stick to cereal today. I feel a little off. Mom called, and I had to tell her you weren't doing the range today.
So what does that mean? Now she's coming today?
Yes.
That ought to be fun. Did you tell her about Nia?
No. We'll just tell her Nia had to get home.
Sure, we'll paper it over and life will go back to normal.
Did you say anything?
To Nia?
Yeah.
No, Pops. I told you I wouldn't ever do that.
It's a shame. I would have loved for that girl to be part of the family. Would have loved George to settle down before...
Before what?
Before it's too late.
He's not old, Dad.
No, but I am. Did you hear him come in last night?
Yeah. I got a fire going and made up the day bed. He stumbled in about an hour after you went up.
Say anything?
Just asked me to tamp down the fire.
Tamp down the fire. If only he could do that. You look a little worse for wear, stuff.
I feel like hell.
Coffee will make you feel worse. How about some cocoa?
Yeah.
Try some toast?
Yeah, thanks, Chip.
We could bop up Baxter. You have that in you?
My head is pounding, Daddy-O.
Even Mom can do Baxter.
Maybe later. Nia's not down yet? Just as well. I need some food in me before I start groveling. I wouldn't blame her if she asks me to take her home.
Stuffy, now don't get mad at me.
Not now, Daddy-O. I can't do anything heavy right now.
Fair enough.
Here's your toast.
Is this that Buddha butter stuff?
No. I gave you real dripping with animal fat butter.
Good, because I need some fat to cushion my brain. Jesus, I'm never touching gin again.
I should hope not, Stuff. That stuff's poison. How's your hand?
Hurts. Who wrapped me up?
Chip.
Thanks, Chip.
My role in life.
Bet you also cheered up Nia?
I tried.
She picked the wrong brother.
Maybe a swim, George. We could take a dip at the Upper Boquette.
An icy plunge doesn't really appeal right now.
Might be just what the doctor ordered.
Pops, you done?
Yes. Thanks, Chip.
You have any laundry? I thought I'd run another load since it's sunny.
Oh, yes, I ought to change the sheets before it.
Bring them down.
Now?
Yeah. We need to get the stuff out to dry.
Okay, then.
Feel any better?
No.
Drink water.
What did you say to her?
George.
I just want to know, so when I see her, I'll be prepared.
I just said I was sorry.
Sorry I'm so crazy?
I don't want to do this.
I bet you don't.
Somehow it's my fault you fucked things up with Nia?
You wanted me to fuck things up with Nia, didn't you?
Fuck you, man. You don't need my help to fuck things up.
I'm not a fucking moron, Chip. I see shit.
Strikes me you're a fucking moron if you deliberately destroy relationships because you're convinced no one will stick with you.
This from the relationship expert.
Nobody gets hurt in my system. You leave casualties.
Well, listen, Mr. Fix-It, I don't need you apologizing for me. I don't even trust your motives.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You've been texting her ever since the Cape.
You're nuts! I might have sent like 2 texts about some article I read.
She said she wished I could be more like you.
I don't even know what that means.
On the Cape, I just thought you liked her for me, because I liked her.
I liked her because I liked her, and I was glad for you, that's all.
Holes Falls, shopping, showing her how to split wood, always so helpful, my little brother.
This is bullshit and you know it.
Is it?
You ever gonna take responsibility for who you are? Oh, mom fucked me up, boo-hoo.
At least I don't pretend to be Mr. Nice Guy when I'm really a snake.
I'm going to hang the laundry.
Swear to me you have never had a pang, a desire for Nia. You fucker.
My fucking thoughts are my thoughts. I don't need to confess anything to you. Go to therapy, George. You're a mess.
Fuck you. I'll ask her. I'll straight up ask her. It's after 10. She's got to be up.
George, Nia's gone. I drove her to the bus.
You did fucking what?
Pops, what is it?
Feel odd.
Let's go to the daybed. George, help me. There. Lie down.
Oh.
What goes on, Daddy-O?
Much better now. Just need to rest a bit. This old wreck of a place did well by us, no? In spite of the mice and the mold and the bad sewer system.
Those are its very boons. They kept Mom away for the most part.
True. It's been our place. Our heap of a house, us 3.
Daddy-O, I feel better enough to do Baxter. You up for Baxter?
Sing something, George. One of the old songs.
I can sing on the way up, Baxter. You feel up to it?
Humor me with a little tune now.
How well do I remember the days of '61 when the cannonballs were flying by the peck. Along came one, a-whizzing through the air, and struck Bill Jones in the neck. When we fit for General Grant, by gum, when we fit for General Grant. Them good old days beneath the stars and stripes, when we fit for General Grant.
I used to sing that one to get you kids up the hard ones.
I remember you sang that all the way up Knob Lock. What a bummer of a hike. Bitch of a climb and no views. Never understood the point.
There's that lovely walk just shy of the summit. Chock-a-block full of blueberry bushes. I filled my canteen last time with them and made the best batch of muffins.
They each have their beauty, their challenges.
Agreed, Chip. Not one I regret doing. Not even the 3-day camping trip during the end of that hurricane.
That was a bit of a challenge.
Mom threw a pot at your head.
Can't say I blame her too much for that one.
At least she stopped camping after that, so in my mind, complete success.
Is it your back again?
Oh, nothing made me happier than to see your shining faces on all the granite peaks. Nothing made me prouder than you, George, the youngest 46er ever, celebrating on the top of Marcy. And then 4 years later, you, Chip, standing triumphant on Phelps, your 46th peak. To pass on my love for this place and have you two take it up so eagerly, what more could I hope for?
Pops, what's going on?
Life pays off, boys, if you're able to see it. I thought I'd be a famous professor with a companion in life who loved me madly. What I got instead was summer after summer with you two, brook hopping and bushwhacking and climbing to the top of the world. And it is more than enough. It so outshines books and classrooms because it lives in our souls. Don't underestimate what you both have done and seen. You will always be able to find yourselves in these woods.
Are you sick, Pops?
I want you two to promise me something. I want you to promise to never let anything tear you apart.
You are sick.
Promise me, George.
Fine, never. I swear.
Chip?
Yes, I swear it too.
I'm afraid I am sick. Lymphoma. That's what's been causing the back pain. Pretty advanced, but there's treatment, should I choose it.
Jesus Christ, Daddy-O, when did you find out?
Last week, I finally went to see the doctor.
You said you saw him 3 months ago when he told you to sit up straighter.
I didn't actually go back then. I guess I just didn't want to know. There was a lump. I couldn't bring myself to find out.
So you waited so long that now it's advanced? Christ, I can't take this.
Chip.
Everything's always too late with us. Too late to leave Mom, too late to go back to school, too late to feel love. Why would you wait?
Stop.
I did everything I could to hold this sinking family together. In spite of Mom's suicide attempts, in spite of you hiding at school, I did it for you, Pops, so we could have our summers together, and you couldn't do that much for me?
Oh, Chip, don't judge me too harshly. I'm sorry.
I'm the one who found Mom on the bedroom floor. I'm the one who went with you, Dad, to see her after the electric shock, and she didn't even know who I was. I'm the one who sat on the bed every day and tried to cheer her up.
Oh, Chip, your mother terrified me. The rage, then the desperate pleas for me to never leave her. I convinced myself it was me and that she was all right with you kids. What a fool. If only I'd found a way, like the garlic by the rose. If only I protected you two as much as I did that rose bush.
Chip, cut it the fuck out. You're upsetting him.
You fly off the handle all the time and everybody walks on eggshells and whispers, "Don't upset George." Well, Chip's upset now, so deal with it.
What about Dad? Don't you care how you're making him feel?
He's leaving us once again. Only this time it's for good. Not just the school year, and I'm pissed off. I'm devastated. I'm so fucking alone.
Chip, calm down. I'll do the treatment if you want me to. I'm so sorry I let you down. I told myself I was helping all those little kids at school be better people when I threw my own little kids to the wolves.
Daddy-O, Chip's just upset. We're both upset and scared, but don't get down on yourself. We're here for you, and we'll figure it all out, and everything will be okay.
All I've ever had is you two. Every time I get even a little close to anyone else, I feel Mom's arms around my neck like a drowning person. So I run from everybody. But then I meet a person who I can't have, and so that's safe, and I let my guard down just a little bit. Because this person can more than hold her own. And not only that, I feel she could maybe hold me up a bit for a change. I find an ease and a confidence entirely new to me. Like the rose bush, I'm coming out. But the trouble is, this person is not for me, not ever. Because this person is the woman that my brother loves. Oh, Pops.
Shh, my darling boy.
Not much sun. It'll take a while for that stuff to dry.
Sheets will blow dry pretty quick.
What did you talk about in the car?
Not you.
That's not what I asked.
Epicurus.
Oh. And how did that come up?
She asked what the award was on your bedroom wall.
Good old Epicurus. Peace and tranquility and freedom from fear. Ha!
She kind of dug that.
He said, people waste time worrying about a painful death, then he dies a painful death.
But the point is, he didn't worry about it.
I don't worry about death, I worry about life. I'm gonna stick around and take care of Daddy-O.
I was gonna do that.
We don't both need to stay.
Mom's gonna be a mess.
Who knows? Maybe a real crisis will snap her out of it. Who's going to tell her about the diagnosis?
He is. I told him he couldn't put it off another day.
Man alive.
What are you gonna do hanging around Newton?
I can paint houses. Ed has work.
He has any carpentry work?
Probably, but you'd go nuts staying around here. Go back to Boulder. I got this. Better yet, go to Berkeley. You said you always wanted to hike Yosemite, the Sierras?
George.
Fuck it. She doesn't want me. So better you than somebody else, I guess. You texted her a lot since the Cape?
No. I don't know. Some. I didn't think it would do any harm until it did.
I sunk my own ship. You were right. Just go. Take a fucking chance for once.
George, you know me. I'd just run away.
I don't know. If Nia wants you, she'll keep you. Anyway, you won't know till you try. Just show up in Berkeley. It kind of sucks it was her, but I'm glad you have a fighting chance not to be alone forever.
George, do you really mean it?
I think I do.
I'll make you a deal. I'll go to California. If you finish school, you can commute to Hartford a couple of days a week and still help Dad out.
It would make Daddy-O happy.
Shit, yeah, he'd be over the moon.
It's gonna be rough dealing with Mom.
I'll help you there. I'll call her and let her download.
You remember when you fell off the guardrail at Holes Falls?
Sort of. What was I, like 7?
Something like that. You were always climbing shit.
Cut myself pretty good, I think.
Hell, you gashed it. Daddy-O couldn't look. I ripped up my shirt and bandaged you, and we hauled ass to emergency.
You always looked after me more than anyone else.
At the hospital, Daddy-O told me that he dropped me off the bridge at Roaring Brook when I was an infant. Landed on my head.
Shit, you never told me that.
He asked me not to tell anyone.
Mom didn't know?
God, no.
How the hell did he drop you off a bridge?
He sat me on the rail and adjusted his pack. He said he lost his grip on me and I fell over backwards.
Jesus, that could have been it.
Maybe it was it.
What do you mean?
Maybe it's not Mom's mental illness. Maybe that's what fucked me up. Or maybe it's both.
You're not fucked up, George. You're just...
What?
You really want to know what I think?
Sure.
You brood too much. You indulge your anger. You seek attention.
Attention? I avoid attention.
Do you? I know you think you do, but look at this trip. You really put on a show.
Hey, fuck you.
You asked, so fuck you back.
You tell her how you feel about her?
No.
You're lying. I know when you're lying. You did it the other day at Holes Falls, didn't you? Ironic, isn't it? Same place I bandaged you up, you wound me.
You're crazy.
Tell me it isn't true. Tell me you didn't try to turn her head.
Maybe it was already turned.
And you let me ask her to marry me? Who the fuck are you?
There were no words between us.
Oh, even better. I don't even want to fucking hear it.
You're so full of shit. Go to California. I almost believed you. God damn it. You don't want me to go to fucking California. You fucking played me, you goddamn bastard.
I guess I deserved that.
Let me go, you fucker.
It's okay, settle down.
No, fuck you. Let me go. Let me go.
I'll let you go when you calm down.
Shit, ow. These goddamn thorns.
Boys, what goes on? Is there real trouble? I can't take this.
No, we were just hacking around.
Sit down, Pops. We're fine.
Mom's almost here. She called. Oh, God. Please, love each other.
I swear, Daddy-O, you and Chip are all that matter to me.
Me too, Pops. Don't worry.
We worked some stuff out. Chip's going to California, and I'm going to take some classes to finish and stay near you to make sure you do what you need to do to beat this thing.
Do you really mean it, George?
Nothing has been clearer to me in my life. This I can do.
It would make me extremely happy, George.
Come here, Chip. You okay?
Yeah, you?
Got a fat lip, I think.
Sorry.
You boys are a sight. You better clean up before Mom sees you.
And you're gonna come clean to her?
Yes. Yes, I promise.
Holy shit, look at Mom's rose bush.
Oh, shit. Not even garlic will save it now.
You boys go run ahead.
I can stay. George is way bloodier.
Go on, both of you. It's high time I dealt with Mom.
Thanks, Daddy-O.
Hello, my dear. Garlic by Rose in Spring was written by Susan McNally, directed by Rebecca Tourino Collinsworth, and voiced by Jack Greenman, Brandon Tourino Collinsworth, and Julian Garcia. It was recorded and engineered at Jack Straw Cultural Center by Ayesha Ubayatilaka, and edited by Susan McNally and Doug Lyons, with music by Brian Bothamley based on the traditional song The Braes of Balquidder. This world premiere was produced by Parley. Make plays, not war. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends, and please consider making a tax-deductible donation. No amount is too small at www.parleyproductions.com.